Hi, my name is Tempest and welcome to my temple. In this sacred space, I use tarot, journaling, and astrology to transform everyday life. And for today's video, while I make a collage in the front page of my new journal that I'm going to be starting in the fall, I wanted to talk to you about the concept about living life by a touchstone. Before I get into that, let me just say I'm very sorry for the lighting and the shadows. I broke my leg, if you missed the memo, on July 16th, and I had surgery on the 26th. And in wheelchairing about my house, I accidentally wheeled over the USB connection for my ring light. So until I replace that, and I don't have the money for that right now, we're just doing the very best we can while I continue to heal. Anyways, I'm going to speed up this video now, and we're going to get into the idea of living life by a touchstone while I make a collage dedicated to my life touchstone. So the idea of living life by a touchstone, I'm certainly not the person who thought of it, and I'm certainly not the first person to talk about it. I'm sure there are videos here. I really don't know what other people call it. All I know is, for me, it's a concept I came to a few years ago. I was having a hard year. I think it was 2021 or 2022 or 2023. Who knows? Life's been hard. Anyway, I came to the idea and I was thinking about it and the concept that it's really hard to know where you're going in life and to try and figure out how exactly you're going to get there. And I just kind of had the understanding that if I'm neurodivergent and planning is hard and trying to do anything according to capitalistic standards is hard. And so I was like, how the hell am I supposed to actually, do shit? How am I supposed to improve my life? How am I supposed to goal plan? How am I supposed to get somewhere? If I can imagine and picture where I want to be in my life, but I can't figure out how the fuck to get there. I can see where I'm starting and I can see where I'd like to end up, but the middle is completely unclear. How am I supposed to move forward? How am I supposed to do things? And I got the idea that and I really don't remember how, if I were to make every decision in my life according to a life touchstone, then I can trust that I will end up in a place that is in alignment with that life touchstone. For me, my life touchstone is love. So I'm going to talk about that for the rest of this. And putting my life touchstone into the wording, the idea is, if I make all of my decisions as I am trying to figure out how I want to step forward and continue to move through my life in alignment with, to me, what feels like love, then I can trust that, to a certain extent, that I'm going to end up in a loving place. I'm going to end up in a place that's filled with love, even if I can't imagine what that looks like. Because that's really the hard part, isn't it? Or at least I think it is. Trying to not get bogged down on where you're going and where you're going to end up, and just kind of trusting the journey. Life is all about the journey. I know I've heard people say that before because, well, it's true. They're right. I'm kind of indignant about it still at this point, but they're right. Life is about the journey, not about where you end up. It's about moving through it. So I came up with this idea of, for me, this is just in my brain. I didn't get this idea from anyone else, though, like I said, I'm sure other people have thought of it. I came up with this idea, this concept of I am going to just try and make sure all the decisions I make with love in mind, with love as the center. And this has been a really transformative idea. It seems so simple, but it has made a huge difference in a lot of ways in how I move through life, especially because I'm neurodivergent. When I'm trying to plan and do things, it's really fucking hard. It is so goddamn hard. And capitalism doesn't teach you how to do it. So you're just supposed to kind of guess and figure it out as you go. And sometimes I don't know what to do. Traditional goal planning, heavy air quotes on the traditional, doesn't work for my brain. Lots of things that people purport and recommend don't work for my brain. So how am I supposed to do the same things? Because I want my life to improve. I want my life to move in a direction. And that's where living life by this touchstone comes in. Because I can't always conceptualize how to goal plan. I can't always figure out the ways in which I want to improve my life. And so sometimes I have to take things just one little step at a time. And I don't know whether or not that's going to vastly improve things. But if I know that, well, I can't say whether or not this is going to help me grow my business, for example. I can't say whether or not this decision is going to help me grow my business, but I know I've centered it on love. And if I continue to do that, and I do that with all of my other choices, then clearly it's going to be okay. The idea of living life by a touchstone gives me something to come back to when I'm struggling with my mental health, when I'm struggling with executive dysfunction. I can always dial it back to the absolute basic of, okay, right now, I just need to make a decision that's based in love. And I don't mean love as like the chemically induced emotion necessarily. That's a part of it. I mean all sorts of love. I mean unconditional love. It's kind of like that's why I call it my touchstone, because when everything else is chaotic, when I break my leg and need surgery, when I'm having a mental health breakdown, both of which have happened this year, I'm kind of waiting. My mental health breakdown happened in spring, and then I broke my leg in the summer, so I'm kind of waiting for like a spiritual crisis to happen in the fall and some such. Anyways, when my mental health is trash and when my body is healing from a major injury and a major surgery, I can't do all the things and all the layers that I want to, that I normally try to do. So by having love that I can go back to, I can bring myself back to the basics, and I can still say to myself, well, okay, maybe I didn't do all of these things that I wanted to do. I still made my choices by my life touchstone, by love. And that's pretty damn good. So I've shared this concept, and we're using it with my Cosmic Coven membership. This is a thing I've encouraged my members to do. You can check out the join button down below if you want to get more details. I've encouraged my members to pick one, because in the Cosmic Coven membership, there is a video with me introducing the Cosmic Coven membership. I will link that in the description box down below. In the Cosmic Coven membership, we're doing goal planning. And so it was really important for me to introduce this concept to my Cosmic Coven members, so that way when things are hard for them with goal planning, all they have to do at the most basic is just focus in on their life touchstone. And with life touchstones, I recommend really simple concepts like love, joy, honesty, curiosity, compassion, passion, pleasure, playfulness, kindness. Core words is really what I recommend here for living life by your own touchstone, if that's something that you want to do. On the collage that I made while for this video, I picked images and things that meant a lot to me and that mean a lot. I picked symbols that make sense for me, for love, for what love means for me, for my life touchstone. And I'm very specifically not sharing all the details because this stuff's just for me. Now, as I wrap up making this collage and the video slows down back to normal speed, I would like to say thank you so much for joining me here in the temple today. A huge shout out and thank you to all my subscribers, my Cosmic Coven members, and my clients who make my work possible. If you'd like to be one of them, hit that subscribe button, click the join button to check out the Cosmic Coven, and you can find my website linked in the description box below. I'm so excited because this is a brand new journal and I've got lots of exciting content planned for this, like setting up a new journal. And to check out more videos like the one you've just watched, be sure to check out the goodies on the end screen. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, lots of love. Bye!